Hello everybody, and welcome back to our next episode. Today we're going to do a little bit more exploring, but the main thing we're going to do is building. I do need to collect some materials, so I'm going to do that now, and if anything interesting happens, I'll let you guys know. Well, I guess let's go. I will say that now because I found out that you can't turn sand into moss. I'm going to have to collect a lot of dirt. A lot of dirt. So every time I come across dirt while I'm mining, I'll just collect it because I need it. See, one of the cool things about diorite, or at least needing diorite for my builds, is that I now have a lot of it. So I don't have to worry about finding it or using materials or whatever. Line. Block? No. This. Calcite. Oh my gosh. Did we? Oh, yay! Oh. Oh my gosh. I've been mining for hours. I love the sound they make. Whoa, wait, did we get an entire one? Like a big one? I thought they come in halves. Ah! Oh, shoot. There's so many creepers. Ooh, don't blow it up, don't blow it up. Don't blow up my materials. There's another one in there somewhere. I hate creepers so much. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, it's not an entire one. Ah. I'm so jumpy. Wow. Yay, we found one. This is awesome. I only needed maybe 20? I didn't expect to find this many. I really needed some of this for the build. I'm so excited we found a geode. I can't believe it. So many hours of grinding and getting all kinds of stuff and just not coming across any. We finally found one. I'm so excited. Now we can do so many things with our build. Let's go and do some of that right now. We're back up here, and this is the pool. Like I said in the past, the terracotta will eventually be all copper, and it will all be aging. And then everything here will be our amethyst. Goodness, we found that. Now we can start doing it. So let's break all this down, start adding the amethyst. Once we get all the copper in here, then we can add the water. We'll fill in the sides first. And we fill in this part. Whew, just mined enough. And I know it doesn't look amazing with the terracotta, but with the teal copper or the aged copper, it looks really good, trust me. Something else from our spoils of the mine, we got ourselves 4 blocks of diamonds and 8 extra diamonds, lots and lots of redstone, quite a lot of gold, a lot of copper, lots of iron, and I found a small mine shaft, but it didn't lead to anywhere, but I got some rails, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, there wasn't any books or a name tag. I really want some name tags. So let's take the lapis we have and the diamonds and finally get us a full set of diamond armor. And maybe a diamond sword. That would be kind of handy. and protect us a little bit more, because cave diving is great, except I've run into a lot of creepers along the way and have almost died, and I would like to go back to the nether. Did we just find a bastion? This place is huge. Now, the thing that worries me is that I don't know if there's things in here that will automatically attack me. I've never visited an active bastion before. So if there's some of you watching this screaming, going, no, 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 don't enter, I'm gonna check it out anyway. It seems I have acquired a lodestone. I'm not quite sure what a lodestone does, but that's cool. Yay for random item of the day. Can you believe it? We found a bastion. So cool. It was incredibly small, but hey, we found it and we didn't die, which is even better, right? Now that we did some adventuring and found some cool things, why don't we do some building? I have a couple of ideas in mind, so how about we go and do that right now? Let's go. One of the things we're gonna have to figure out is where we want the center of town to go. Built up an area where I kind of want the bell to be. So we're gonna have to probably go up one of these towers and look down and see where we want to place the center of everything. It kind of seems like the game did it for us. This area right here where the bell is seems like a better place than any. We're gonna have to tear down a lot of buildings in the area, which isn't that big of a deal. And then I'll get back to you when we've done that. I will say that though I do like building on natural terrain, how everything was spawned, right now for the center of the town, I will need a little bit more of a flat area. You know where the center of the town is? We're going to put this block of gold, which is going to also house the bell after we're done. And the main route of the town is going to be center area. So we're going to go, that's a center. Over here is the center. So our block of gold is going to go in the earth. Now I'll clear this away and the surrounding area, and we'll start getting to work on the center of our town. To make it easier on myself, I've designed this entire town and lots of the builds after what you see here. Sand, terracotta, lots of different trees, mostly the ones that came with the desert biome, in order to make it make sense to what I'm building. I don't want to have too much extravagant stuff. I mean, my main build is going to have some nether items and whatnot, but that's my build. I'm thinking I want to make this town look like it has like a story, some lore to it, but I also want it to make sense. So what I was thinking was we have a gold block here, and that's our center. But another thing we want to do is we want to add like a flower design. The overall design for this whole thing is actually very floral, because I thought it looked really nice. And because I want to turn the town more green than the rest of the desert, kind of like an oasis, this is the pattern that I have. So right now it's a block around that. And then we have our flower with the gold in the center where our bell's gonna go. And then it goes sand, 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 sand. And then we're gonna go with these ones and we're gonna go 10 out. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And then we want to surround it by the orange terracotta. There we go. And if we go up the tower, we look down, it's actually a really nice pattern. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to clear these surrounding area just to clear some stuff up so we can get the centerpiece going. So here we go. And we took down the tower and the surrounding buildings. And this is what we have right now to work with. So the design that I have goes all the way up to the 10. We're gonna fill these up like so. And we're gonna go 1, 2, and 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1 in, 1 out. 1, 2. Have this shape right here, and we're gonna do that for the other 3 as well. And we have this shape right here. So we've used all the orange terracotta that we're needing at the moment. So we're gonna go back to the red. And the way this goes is 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Cool. There we go. We got them all. I'm gonna open these up. Them up. Then we're gonna go 1 down. We're gonna dig 1, 2, and connect them over here. Like so. So let's quickly do that for everything else. In this way, everything looks like it's been connected together. That. Next thing we're gonna want is our amethyst. I went back to the geode that we found earlier, and I collected a lot of amethyst. I don't believe I'm gonna need this much, but we might as well use what we can. And we're gonna fill the sand at the bottom, not the sides, but at the bottom, with this amethyst. And here we go. Amethyst in all areas, which is really cool, looks really nice. And what we wanna do next is we want to fill them with water. And to make sure that the villagers don't get trapped in here, we're gonna go 2 layers up. Now that we have water here, we're gonna do that for everything else. And there we have it. We have these 4 pools in the middle of this flower design. The next thing we're gonna want is we're gonna want copper. I will be putting copper down here. The only problem is they're gonna oxidize. It's not what I really want. I want them to stay copper, but because we have no bees, we're not able to wax anything. But for now, we're gonna put down some copper. So we're gonna find what hasn't oxidized yet, which is pretty much nothing. And we're going to take it. The other thing we're gonna need is some lightning rod. We're gonna need 24. I don't think I have enough, but we'll see. Yeah, 14. That's something. And we need to put the copper in these. Now that we have the water and we have the copper, we need to add some of these rods. We won't be able to do all of them, so we'll do every other one for now. I know they look really weird, but what I plan to do is put lanterns on top. I'm not going to make this super futuristic or anything, but I thought it would be a cool little addition to the builds. Doesn't that look super cool? I think it looks pretty cool. Now right now it's a little flat. What we do need is some azalea leaves. So we're going to grab those real quick, and then we'll decorate the inside. So we want to put some azalea leaves down. So we have a mixture between the plain azalea leaves and the flower azalea leaves. As much as I like the flowered ones, I think variation is a lot better than just making everything flowery. No, it's pretty. So let's see. Let's go 1, 2, that. How about the rest can be flowers? And now it looks really pretty, and it's definitely ready for the bell. So what I would like to do is I would like to put a tree in the center. And one of the trees I would like to put is an azalea tree. We're gonna put the azalea tree up high on some dirt. As much as I find that super pretty, that it's a little bit boxy. It goes out and it goes to one side, which is kind of cool. Kind of looks like a heart, but I'm gonna use the remaining azalea leaves and I'm going to make it all come together. Another thing we want to add is we want to make it a little bit willowy. we're gonna add a little bit hanging down here and there. And I like the sides, but the top is incredibly flat. So we have a really nice center tree. And one of the other things I want to do is I want to put the bell, but we're not going to put the bell down here. What we're going to do is we're going to put the bell up in here. Drop that down, chain, and put the bell. I think that looks really nice. Of course, we want to fill things out from here. And there you have it, the center of the town. I'm quite happy with it personally. I think it looks really cool. We used some amethyst. We prettied it up a little bit. We didn't finish it completely, but eventually it will be completed and you'll know what it looks like. I do want to make little areas like alleyways and whatnot, and I want to make the buildings look more real and more cluttered, but that's what we have for now. And before we wrap things up, I have one more build to show you guys. I haven't built it yet, but we can see the process, and it's for the cartographer. I had an idea in mind, and it's going to be the first official build to the town's people's area. So let's get started with that. The first thing we want to figure out is where we want to put the cartographer. When I think about cartographers, I think about, of course, their mapping, but we also want to figure out, like, would they be down lower in the town or would they be up higher? And when I think about it, I think they would be up higher. I'm thinking because they're making more maps and whatnot, right? We have the walls here, but maybe the cartographer is maybe up here, maybe higher. The blocks that we're going to be needing for this build are, of course, sandstone, many different variants of sandstone, acacia wood for accents, some spruce trapdoors, and some oak trapdoors, and then some other stuff here and there. So now that we have the materials, we're going to start our build. So every build, of course, needs a layout. And we do have a layout, we just have to figure out where we want it to be. So I'm thinking that the front of the build can be facing out this way, because it does see the majority of the location. So of course, the thing you have to remember the most is to lay a foundation. Make sure you have spaced everything out appropriately, and then you can start building up the pillars by 2 more blocks each. So 1, 2, and the remaining wall with just the sandstone is going to do the same. The inside of here, because we have a stair going up, way like that, so we have a little nook here and a little space here, which I plan to put a fireplace. I know it's a small space, but it looks good, trust me. Now to add more to the structure, a little bit of polished diorite, campfire down below, and to protect the villagers, we're gonna add a little gate. So we have a jungle door. We're gonna put this. That. I want the handle down so it looks like you could just pull it up if you wanted to. Make 2 things. We're gonna put a light source here. For that. Right here, I'm gonna build a wardrobe. So go. One here. Here. There we go. Now we have a bedroom. All nice. Here. Going to put the cartographer table here. We're gonna put logs here, like that. The cartographer can be here. Now, can you move past this? Are you able to come out? Aha! I think all we need now is to put a map. So I have a space here that we can put our town map in, which would make the most sense. And there we go. And better yet, we have finally seen some update. And now we can see we have our town square, which looks pretty cool from where it is now. I like the design. It turned out really neat. So I guess that's it, everybody. Thank you for joining me. It was a blast, and I'll see you next time. Bye.